at this point. So, but with that being said, being that we've already opened the door, there was a match announced as the new and improved Team Bad, technically taking on Damage Control. Very interesting. But as you see, the 6 women on the screen will go 3-on-3 at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I am excited for this one. I think this is a good match for Damage Control. I think to put Jade Cargill's first match on WrestleMania, she's improved greatly. They've seen her improve greatly behind the scenes from her AEW run. So to have her first match at WrestleMania, I think that's just excellent. Teaming with 2 of the best women today with Bianca Belair and Naomi, I think it's just a perfect combination. I know a lot of people, and you just said it like a Team Bad 2.0. I don't even see it that way. I'm not even gonna lie, I wasn't a big fan of Team Bad. So this is just kind of their own new thing, and I want them to run with it as best as possible. And I think just the start is going to be at WrestleMania.
Not to fully second Anthony's opinion there, but yeah. well, this is just the best representation, the best presentation that you can do with Jade Cargill, that you can do with Naomi, that even with Bianca Belair. Like, this is just a murderer's row of a trios women's tag team right there. And that screams new faction written all over it. And especially to have them go against established Asuka, Dakota, Io, or not Dakota, Kyrie. There we go. Jesus, H tap dancer Christ. But you have established group versus newfound group, and this is really like, we even just watched the whole segment on SmackDown, and respectfully, Jade had no right just folding them women up like fucking napkins and everything. Like, it's just literally folding them up like recliner chairs and everything. Like, that's just, yeah, this is, if you're going to, everybody that's wondered, what are they going to do with Jade? Why aren't they using her and everything? This is exactly how the fuck you use her.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was going to agree with you both. And so I got 2 mindsets, and I do like this about a lot of these matches. And someone said it here, that there's a potential Naomi turning heel, but there's been a lot of talk about Bianca turning heel. Bianca hasn't been happy. She's been arguing with Naomi about the whole Bayley situation. She did it to herself. I don't give a shit. That's her problem. Now, I just don't know if Jade goes on the losing end in her debut match. And I think this is an opportunity for her to be, you don't overexpose her because she's in there with 5 other women. I think she gets to be the superstar of this moment.
No, yeah, I agree. I didn't have Bianca turning heel on my bingo card. I mean, I see it, but like happening now, I don't think it's the right time.
It could have happened later in the same night.
How?
Well, there's another match. Then you mentioned Bayley. There's another match.
Get involved.
That would be happening on that same weekend. That could be where you get the heel turn and everything. I don't think you don't see any heel turn. Like I said, this is a united front. There's been a lot of people that have respectfully said that this is the new women's shield right now of Bianca, Naomi, and Jade here. Yeah. So I think you ride that. Now, does Bianca have that little Seth Rollins little twitch there or whatever? They kind of turn heel later on in the evening. That remains to be seen. It shows no alliance to either group, but yeah, it could be just literally. I'm kind of just sick of the fucking standard here.
Yeah, and I mean, the idea Christopher pitches is that they could get the win and then the turn happens. I like the idea, and you just touched on it slightly, is that you ride this. They can be dominant. They can run the division. They all could be champions. And yeah, then eventually, maybe not now, but in time, that jealousy starts creeping in. Jade's the star. Jade's in the spotlight. And the EST is like, hold up, wait a minute.
Right.
That was my job.
Yeah, I want them to ride this. They need to ride this out for, a couple of months, 6 months maybe at the most. I really think them pairing Jade Cargill with Bianca Belair and Naomi, two established women in the roster. I think it's more of in the behind the scenes sense, like a training like type of opportunity for Jade Cargill, but the focus on this group will be Jade Cargill for the months going down the line. And just like KJ said, then you have that amazing turn from Bianca Belair, which could potentially lead to a singles match between both of those women at WrestleMania 41. I don't know.
Could happen. I mean, that be arguably could be comparable to Roman Seth. But how do we feel that this is a 6-woman tag match instead of you split it up and you have, say, Bianca versus Dakota, and then you have the Kabuki Warriors versus Naomi and Jade, and you have the tag titles on the line?
Yeah, I mean, again, now you're just stretching it out, right? Like,
yeah.
You mean what?
I was literally I was just presenting the case. Yeah,
you didn't represent. You didn't say shit.
I don't have a problem with the tag team titles not being defended at WrestleMania. This could be something where down the line the tag team titles are defended. It doesn't matter which combination of women on Naomi, Bianca, and Jade's team win it, and then maybe we get that Bianca. Now I'm thinking about it and going down the line, maybe we get Bianca and Rhea at SummerSlam, and then we have this powerful faction with both the tag team titles held by 2 members, and then Bianca holding the women's world championship. I don't know. I'm thinking out loud, but that's an idea.
There you go. A couple people have suggested that Jade could be the one that turns. That Jade.
I'm already sold on Anthony. He was way more passionate.
But yeah, I mean, I think that you have. Yeah, I mean, I think the same people that are belly aching about, you could split it up, would be the same people that when Dakota came out to fight Jade or Belair or whatever combination you wanted to do, they'd be like, oh, piss break. Like, I think it's a double-edged sword, right? So
yeah,
you're going to highlight 6 of these women, and we know why you're insulating Jade, because they're smart.
Yeah, absolutely. No, you go ahead, Nick.
No, go ahead, Anthony.
No, I was just going to really agree with what KJ had to say. So yeah, you go ahead.
No, I was agreeing as well. It's one of those of everybody's been wondering and clamoring of what are they going to do with Jade, and well, now you found the best way that you can still promote her as a star. She sat there and started off SmackDown. You're fine. And then ended it with just even a more better outfit, if I can say that. But literally, she bookended all of SmackDown and established herself as a prominent star. And she's out there now with literally stars in that whole women's division. Like, there's nobody out there that's like you would say is a weak link in there.
They're all champions or soon to be champions or soon to be additional champions. Like, they're all championship material. They're all, potential future Hall of Famers. Like, it's unbelievable.
And the way she was just presented, in that main event segment on SmackDown was insane. I think you touched on it a little earlier, Nick, that she folded all 3 of them women. The kick that she gave Asuka was scary good because like it was intense. The kick that she gave Asuka.
Dude, I don't want that visual in my head later.
Yeah, you have that. That is what I'm
here's a question before we move on to the next match. What was more impactful and more big business? Sasha Banks in Boston or Jade last night or on Friday?
Oh, fuck.
I know this has been a debate on social
media. I love this.
I've heard this of they're the same, but not the same. Like, if you think that's the same, please get a vision test. Please go and seek medical attention. Make sure your glasses are in full, spectrum, all of that. Because just my dog, nah.
I don't really want to compare, but I think the most impactful would have to be Jade just a little bit because I felt like we've been teased with Jade a lot over the past 5 months since he signed. So I really think it might have been Jade Cargill, to be honest. So
yeah, I mean, like imagine Sasha Banks came out on a Big Business, signed her contract, said, you know, I'm happy to be here, said a few words, not a long big promo that kind of put people to sleep and prove that you're not a great promo. And then by the end of the show, like the whole show was kind of felt like Jade's Friday, and Big Business didn't feel like Monet's show. And if Monet had run out there and kind of laid out a few people like Jade did, it might have had more of that feel. But Jade definitely, to me, let her presence be known and said a lot less words.
But can I just say this, and especially seeing how literally both performers have just trade places, that this is purely on execution here, that this is literally on how you present your performers, how you present your talent, on how you produce your show. Because there's literally, you can't argue, well, it's Jade versus Sasha, Mercedes, what have you. They were literally, if you swap them on the opposite shows, I think you would have had the same results of just they were presented in that light and they were presented that way. So it's not even fully on a performer thing, it's on how you present the performer.
And Keyshawn completely agrees with you that he puts it on the people who were putting on the presentation.
Right.
Yeah. All right.